What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we are going to take a look at, I'm excited for this, Asmus Toys Smeagol. And you can order this at bigbadtoystore.com or Asmus website. That is their website you see on the screen right now. Go ahead and check them out. And also want to thank my friends at Asmus for providing this figure for a review. Let's get into it. So Smeagol, there's 2-pack of this one. But I only got the single pack, which is it's just good enough. I'd rather have the 2-pack, and I'll tell you what the reasons are. But nonetheless, this is $125 retail at Big Bad with $4 shipping, double box, and all that stuff. So, man, what a bargain! I'm telling you right now, if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, you have got to get at least one. For $125 right now, that is cheaper than a third-party figure, and this is a vital part of the Lord of the Rings lore. And what is your other option, right? There's none. You have no options as far as Smeagol. And honestly, if you are going to buy one, I highly recommend the 2-pack. You see, you get these 2 legs that are essential to this. I never thought I was going to use those legs, but I think that's what I'm going to use from now on, because it just gives me more Smeagol / Gollum vibes. You get an assortment of hands, a lot of hands, which is essential. You might not think that it is the case. You get the fish, but one thing that you will get if you get the 2-pack version is this beautiful diorama base, the rock base that he just was sitting on or standing on, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Now you do get, in my opinion, the stronger head sculpt if you go for the Smeagol instead of Gollum. I've seen previews, but this is kind of like my preferred look. And they're making head sculpts as well with different expressions, and he does have rolling eyeball system, so you could actually move the eyes of this figure. And as you can see, new body that was developed by Asmus. Kudos to them, innovating and all that stuff. And you got this. Make sure you read the manual. So the first one you'll see there is the neck connector, which is very important as well, because that would allow you to have him in different poses and recreate certain scenes. This hand right here is beautiful because this is the ring holding hand, and as you can see, it is made out of like a soft rubber with some dirt and grime on it. You can see the long fingers and all that stuff. It for $125, I can't believe that Asmus only charged for that much. Considering that they engineered a new body for this, swappable legs as well, so you don't have to compromise the legs because it's made out of rubber. In Smeagol, and again, I thought I was just going to use these legs for some pictures, but it gives you, even walking, right? Like Gollum and Smeagol was kind of like in his all fours anyway, and this reminds me of that singing bass fish when I was younger. When you pass by motion censored, that just reminds me of it. But nonetheless, a good accessory that it comes with. Now let's take a look at the body itself. It's the new body that was developed, so that's why they're kind of doing it on 2-pack to recoup the cost of the engineering for the body. And I have no complaints on this body whatsoever. Maybe a slightly just a color variation, but it's not a big deal for me between the arms and the body. It's 2 different kind of rubber that they use, so as you can see, there's some color variations there, but it is forgivable, honestly. Like in hand, it is not much. It is not that big of a difference. I'm blasting this guy with light though, but nonetheless, I love the overall look. Again, I thought that I'm gonna have Smeagol or Gollum in this look standing up for the most part, at least. Boy, I was wrong. I love those legs that it comes with, the bent ones. That is why I think the 2-pack is essential, because if you have a 2-pack, you could leave the other one in that position and just kind of swap out the heads whenever you want to. And for the price that they're offering this for, I think the 2-pack is like $270. You get 2 figures, 2 different head sculpts, and that beautiful diorama base, I think personally that is the way to go. And this is kind of like the closest head sculpt that I could find, a super high resolution image of Gollum. And this is what Asmus delivered. I think that it was done beautifully. Again, the price point is $125. If one thing, if one thing that I could say, I wish the hair was a little darker, more so black than gray or white that they used. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip this in some sort of a dye. I'm trying to figure out what is the best way to do so. I would say keep him upside down because my mom dyes her hair a lot. So maybe one day when she does that, I'm gonna say, hey, you know what, leave some, and I'm just gonna dip the hair and let it dry, and have him hang upside down so the hair wouldn't get close to the head. But we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna be comfortable doing that. But the eyes move, which is the most prominent look for Smeagol / Gollum, and you can give him different expressions and all that stuff. It is wonderful. Like, the eyes is very expressive. So you remove this, you got the straight connector, and you got the other connector, which is via peg, and you can kind of see inside there's 2 joysticks in there that you just kind of move around. They give you a tool for that too. So to remove and reinsert the neck, it's not too bad because it is magnet. So you can just kind of pop it in and out. And again, for $125, to include that feature is pretty remarkable with the new body. Look at this, the articulation here. So the neck itself, I'm just going to remove the head here. It is covered by this rubber body, which it's pretty empty. So you could kind of move it around, honestly, which is cool because if he's in that crouching position, his neck is kind of sticking out like a turtle. And the arms, there's rubber, but you see the gaps. It's not too intrusive, I would say. It is there. What is your option though? I mean, you could the arms do bend as well. Not a whole lot. There's no Phison body this small. That's a custom, basically built body specifically for Smeagol. And then the legs do bend. You're gonna remove the feet and the legs whenever you want to swap it out, which I'm not going to show it here because you have to dip it in a boiling water to do so. And the arms do rotate. There's no bicep swivel, obviously. They tried to minimize the joints as much as they could, and I really do appreciate that. But you still need articulation with this guy, and I like posing the figure. So I go with that. So be careful when inserting this. I don't know, for some reason it kind of hits one of the joystick, but there's a certain technique. I still haven't perfected that, but I don't need to because I use the other connector anyway. So the other connector doesn't do that. But look at this pose right here. Let's do some poses here. And this is when he caught the fish. There's so many beautiful things that you could do with this figure. My green screen kind of removed his hair, but you get the idea here. I love it. I love this figure, and you can see the bent legs. I think it's perfect for this figure. Man, he doesn't have hair. I kind of went crazy there with my green screen. Oh, it's right there. It's showing up again. But yeah, Smeagol has this very expressive face that, man, I should have asked for the 2-pack. I should have. Because inserting the legs, it's not that easy. Like I said, it is pretty easy. You just got to put it on the boiling water. But, there's some work involved. You can't just wake up and decide to do that. Maybe over time, when you kind of loosen up the plastic, maybe. But nonetheless, look at this post right here. I mean, just watch out. If you're not a part of my Instagram page, I would suggest go ahead and do so. Because I'm going to have some pretty cool pictures. Because, again, look at the eyes when you move it around. You can create different expressions. Like this is the first time when he got the ring, holding it in his hands. Not the first time, but you know what I mean. So you can tell a story. And the stone that I'm using here is from another figure. If you do get the 2-pack, you get the stone specifically for him. So again, I can't stress it enough, man. But hey, if you don't have the budget at $125, again, with $4 shipping double box, that's at Big Bad. You can even put it on Pile of Loot. So you can ship it all at once if you have multiple orders. It is definitely worth the money. And this is him with the, is it Forbidden Pool or something like that? You could see him here holding the ring. Just you can hear the My Precious behind it. I guess I had to pull his underwear there a little bit. Nothing showing so far. Nothing showing. Nothing obscene. But you can clearly see here, it is very expressive. I love a figure that could tell a story with expression and poses and all that stuff. That's why I love this. I love Lord of the Rings anyway, so I'm a bit biased there. But seeing here, it is beautiful. Now I got him with Frodo. You can see the height comparison there, and here he is standing up with Sam as well, ready to stab him because he is a snake. But you can see here they're on their way to, that's Weathertop. I just, you know, that's the background that I got. You can see the height comparison there. It meshes well with other Asmus figures. And my final thoughts on this guy, I think you're gonna know what I'm gonna say here. I love Lord of the Rings. Price is relative to expectations, in my opinion. It is not a perfect figure, but boy, it is beautiful, and it's fun to have. It is fun to have at $125. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, this is the best option right now for Smeagol / Gollum. You get the 2-pack. I guarantee you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy, especially if you are as big of a Lord of the Rings fan as I am. The reason I suggested the 2-pack again is the legs, the inclusion of legs, and the convenience of not having to remove it. So you could leave one figure with those legs at all times, and you can leave one kind of like this. And then if you want a different expression on each, just take out the head, just pop it on the other one, and you are done. And as we speak, Asmus is developing 2 more head sculpts that they took a poll on it and people voted. And I'm excited for those head sculpts as well because I believe they're going to sell them separately. So therefore, giving you more options to display this Smeagol / Gollum. But man, I'm telling you, you're going to have a lot of fun. And you can't say that for a lot of figures. Some of the figures you get them, you display them, you leave them alone. This, I'm not too afraid to pose him because even when you switch out the legs, it feels sturdy enough. And I'm confident that if I pose it, I won't break it. And even if I did, it's $125. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video.